The 2-minute transition period may now begin.
at Amelia Knight on beam here to start things out for Illinois.
Yep, so looks like she starts out with her leap series, had a bit of a break in the connection there, but was able to keep moving, stay on the beam. Going into her acro series, aerial back handspring. Little shaky, stays on.
She's had as high as a 9.9. This is really one of Illinois' strong suits in rotation to be on beam. 25th in the country in scoring there.
When Illinois is able to put together 5-6 solid routines, they really have good scoring potential. I think this season they've been trying to figure out a little bit of what the best lineup for them is to kind of start off on the best note here. So we've got Amelia preparing for her dismount. A little bit of a scoot back on that gainer full, but overall, it was a solid lead off for Illinois. She had a few balance checks there, but she stayed on, so I think, that's mainly what they're trying to look for as they start this rotation.
Amelia Knight out of Bristol, UK, to lead off on the beam. Now to the floor, and we go to the sophomore for the Huskers, Katie Keeneman. She's out of Longview, Texas, and has turned in as high as a 9.85 on floor in her Husker career.
That was a brain lapse. I'm usually good at that stuff too.
Shake it off.
No. From there on out, it's all their songs. That's on me.
Double pipe. Solid landing. I think she moved her front foot a little bit there, so it was a little bit uncontrolled, but overall, not a bad start.
Huh? Yeah, that makes for next time. I don't want to.
Second pass. Front punch to front full.
I was trying to find a way of doing it without it being noticeable. Oh, my voice?
I'd like to see her finish that turning wolf turn with her feet together. Heads into her third pass. Front full, front layout. Nice control there. Good start for Nebraska from Katie.
Katie Keeneman doing good things for the Huskers. Illinois won on both of the first two events. Compiled a 49.125 on vault compared to Nebraska's 48.975. And on bars of 49.175 for Illinois compared to 48.525 for the Huskers. Two rotations in. Here's Mallory Mizuki on beam for Illinois.
Full turn. Heading into her acro series here. Back handsprings, layout step out. Very nice. Finishes it all the way through.
She may not be the star of this team, but she's the big leader, a fifth-year veteran out of Shelby Township, Michigan.
Yes, she decided to take her fifth year. She also, I believe, had a redshirt year, so she decided to return and has really shown a lot of leadership so far. I believe she's actually one of the team's captains, so she's definitely out there competing for her team, helping them in any way she can.
Won't see it today, but I'm told a floor routine is coming for Mallory.
Gainer pike dismount, little shuffles in the feet there, but overall a nice routine from Mallory.
So two routines in now for Illinois on floor, on beam, with Amelia Knight and now Mallory Mizuki. And we'll head back to the floor exercise for the Huskers and Emma Simpton, sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Several Texans on this roster for the Huskers. That's no surprise on any gymnastics roster.
Yep, Texas is a state full of fantastic gymnastics programs.
This is Emma's floor debut of the season, and I think her career as well for the Huskers.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. As she goes through her first pass, excellent front tuck through to double back tuck.
The Big Red team really cheering her on here in her first competitive floor exercise as a collegian. I beg your pardon. Hallie Rohrig is our competitor. We will see Emma Simpton.
Double high, nice controlled landing there. She finishes off, heading into her leaps and then final pass. Looks like she does have a 2-pass routine, so solid, nice second routine for Nebraska.
And apologies to Ms. Rohrig, who said she's dreamed of playing at Nebraska and competing for the Huskers, and she turns in a good routine. Now for the Illini, Rituja Nadaraj. She set a career high on the beam last week at Rutgers, a 9.875. Natalie Walsh, her head coach, says she's shining on beam right now. Ooh, a fall.
Yeah, unfortunately she was just, looks like she was just a little bit crooked there on that landing for her layout step out.
Hopefully that doesn't shake her too much, because the confidence she's had on beam has been an all-time high.
Yeah, looks like so far so good. Hit her leap series, connected those two very well, and got that 180-degree split the judges like to see. Beat jump. Front area. Full turn. And then just the dismount left for routine. Round off. 1.5. Small step there, but you know, overall I think she did a great job minimizing those deductions after her fall.
Not what she wanted, knowing what she can do, but a lot of progress there for Rituja Nadaraj out of Connecticut. Look at her exit off the beam. Kylie Pieringer for Nebraska now, a New Jersey native. She is a senior. Back in 2020, a second team All-Big Ten conference member.
Double tuck for her first pass. Very close to getting out of bounds, but managed to keep that in. Second pass. Nice combination there. Very controlled step. double pike. Want to see her chest up some more, but overall, a solid routine.
That's a very good height at the end. Kylie Pieringer from Ramsey, New Jersey. And a veteran for this Husker squad under the leadership of Heather Brink, her 5th season as the head coach of the Huskers. The Huskers turned in a 9-7 with Katie Keeneman and Hallie Rourke with a 9.85. Go back to beam. Started with a 9.8 by Amelia Knight. Mallory Mizuki with a 9.8 as well. Waiting on Ratuja Nadaraj's score, but here's Abby Miller competing as an all-arounder today. And thermometer of the team is what Natalie Walsh calls her.
I think that's a great description. She's a very, has known to be a very steady and rock-solid competitor, and I think just this season we've kind of seen how her performances affect the team overall. So far she's doing great on beam.
2 weeks ago, she was an all-arounder for the first time in her career. It was at the Arizona Quad Meet.
Switch leap combo, pretty difficult there. Had a little bit of a balance check lifting that one leg up, but she stays on. Deep jump. Front toss. Nice job at saving that there and staying on the beam. Just a dismount left here for Abby. Round off. 1.5. Can't quite tell from our angle she stuck it, but that was a great routine for Abby. And a good bounce back for the Illini after Ratuja Nadaraj's fall.
Miller, a junior leader for Illinois. Rochester, Minnesota. With one more time at her dismount. We won't see the feet, but it looked like a tiny hop, but solid nonetheless. This is back to the Huskers on floor, and Sophia McClelland, one of their 2 all-arounders. She's a transfer from Brigham Young.
Starts off with a front double, I believe. Looks like she may have been a bit shy of the rotation, but solid start heading into her next pass. 1.5 front layout. Nice job there.
Huskers were in the Seattle Regional last year, where she competed as part of BYU's squad. I should say individuals for the Huskers were in the regional last year. No doubt Heather Brink got some eyes on McClellan.
Heading into her final pass. Nice connection there with that double stag jump.
Leah McClelland, best event today so far has been the vault with a 9.675. All right, here's Mia Towns, had a great vault in the first rotation as we get one more look at Sophia McClelland. Out of Towns on beam, one of the 2 Mias.
Switch leap. Straddle quarter. Want to see her back leg up a bit more on that switch leap. I'm not quite sure she hit that 180 on that straddle. Hard to tell from this angle. Cat leap. Front toss. Very difficult skill, so it's nice to see her hit that connection there. Back handspring, layout step out. good job at really finishing her skills all the way through. Has a good rhythm going here. Just the dismount, round off, tuck, and just a small shuffle of that left foot there.
Mia Towns tied a career high last week, that is, on floor exercise, and that's still to come for her after putting in a very good balance beam routine. And now we come to the floor for Nebraska. Emma Spence is ready to go. She had 3 event titles last weekend for the Huskers. A native of Canada.
Front tuck through the double back to start. Wasn't quite controlled on that landing there. Saw a bit of a shuffle with her front foot.
Spence this year was part of the Canadian national team's qualifying 3rd place at the World Championships. They're going to Paris for the Olympics in 2024.
Yes, Canada is headed to the Olympics. They received team bronze this year. So far, so good on these dance elements. Starting from that wolf turn earlier into those leaps. And a bit short on that double pike. Want to see her chest up. But a great performance overall.
Emma Spence, the Canadian, putting in the 5th routine of the floor exercise for the Huskers. Here is the beam specialist for Illinois. Well, she's good in everything. But Mia Takakawa, of course, with 2 perfect 10s on beam in her career. Has 3 of the all-time top scores for Illinois on beam.
Aerial back handspring. Going into a full turn. Very nice. Switch leap. Straddle quarter. Does a good job at keeping her eye on the end of the beam there to help her stay centered in the line. Back rollover is actually her favorite skill, I believe. She's mentioned before. Back handspring, gainer full dismount. Looks like a stick.
It is a stick. And Mia Takakawa, one of the best in the country on the beam.
Yes, she's been scoring great so far to start. So she, I believe, is in that top 10 of rankings.
And now Emma Simpton for Nebraska. This is her collegiate floor debut. Has done bars and beam.
Very nice double tuck, excuse me, to start. A very nice controlled landing there. Switch ring. debut.
Doesn't look like a rookie on that one.
No,
Emma Simpton from Dallas, Texas.
that was a fantastic floor debut for her.
Mia Takakawa's routine earned a 9.925. So the Illini in good shape there on beam. And now an exhibition from Caitlin Ewald, a Newburgh, Indiana product. Actually debuted in competition for this season last week against Rutgers.
Katie started out with a beautiful press handstand mount, really showing off her strength and flexibility there. Fortunately, has pretty big balance check on her acro series, touches the beam and then falls off. Switch leap. Oh. Very impressive triple skill combination there. 2 leaps in a row to I believe, a one-handed back handspring, which we have not yet seen here at this meet. Unfortunately, another fall for Katie on that front toss. She's got some big skills and combinations in here, so she's really going for it.
And this is the exhibition routine.
Just the dismount. Finishes her exhibition off nicely. Showed a lot of potential. And should be a good experience for her as she tries to make her way into that beam lineup.
Looks like the Illini will take the third rotation. Of course, not the same events. The Illini taking in, putting in a 49.125 on beam. And the floor totals for Nebraska, 49.075. First time over the 49 threshold for them.
Flores definitely has been their best event so far today, hitting all 6 of their routines.
And rankings-wise, it's not their best event. That belongs to vaulting and beam. And the Illini moving into their wheelhouse, statistically speaking now, when we transition into the floor. We're 17th in the country in scoring there. So we'll get it updated on screen for you soon, but Illinois with a 147.425, Nebraska with a 146.575. Pretty sizable gap for Nebraska.
Nebraska had, a bit of a slow start on bars. Their leadoff routine there had a big form break, and that kind of carried through to some of the other routines. I don't believe they had any falls, but just, kind of minor mistakes here and there that ended up being costly once you added them up. Had a bit of an improvement over on vaults. They had quite a few short landings. Really want to see them land with their chest up more, and gymnastics. The little things are adding up, and that's really the story for Nebraska today.
As you do want to see wins in Big Ten, and Nebraska seeks its first of the season, as much as it is about that winning head-to-head, it is, the rankings are all at roadtonationals.com.
Yeah.
It is all about how you progress through the season.
Absolutely.
And get to the postseason. So it's a very unique setting of head-to-head competition, but yet self-competition.
Exactly. So, while it's great to, have a win over your opponent in gymnastics, it's really more so about getting that team score and getting good team scores as you progress throughout the season, so you can build up a good regional qualifying score. So, you could have, honestly 6 losses in a row, but as long as you are scoring, very well as a team, in terms of rankings in the postseason, your wins and losses don't really matter.
Of course, and as we talked with Natalie Walsh for Illinois this week, they feel like they're in almost wrapping up the first phase of the season. There's several gymnasts that are about to debut either new routines or new skills to add the new layers into what they bring, and that just shows you, you kind of climb the mountain throughout the season to get to peak performance, execution, and then also what you actually are putting into your routine with the various elements.
Yeah, it's definitely normal to see, all of these NCAA teams sort of maybe having an easier routine to start out with, kind of just getting used to, getting back into competition and seeing how those scores will be and building up that endurance. So, as we head into February and sort of the middle of the season, I would definitely expect to see more teams, not just Illinois and Nebraska, maybe look to increase their difficulty and explore their depth as well.
As we go to the fourth rotation, here's how it will line up for Nebraska on beam. Asia Hall, Emma Simpton, Clara Colombo, Allie Gard, Emma Spence, and Sophia McClellan. Then an exhibition, Lauren Hamasil and Chenge Boxguy. For Illinois, they'll finish out on floor with Mia Takakawa, Julia Waite in her only event today, and Tally Jolson, same, only event today. Then Amelia Knight, Abby Miller, and Mia Towns rounds out competition for Illinois. Caden Fitzgibbon and Aaliyah Byrne will both have exhibition routines. Our final one coming up, Illinois and Nebraska in head-to-head competition here on Big Ten Plus. Get ready for the fourth and final rotation of this head-to-head meet here in Huff Hall in Champaign on the campus of the University of Illinois. Scott Beatty with Amanda Wihanko. We're so glad you're with us. Nebraska number 30 in the country rankings. Illinois is up to number 19. Nebraska seeks its first Big Ten win here. Home next weekend. Amanda, they had over 4,000 in attendance a few weeks ago at the Devaney Center. The Bob, as it's called there in Lincoln. No surprise that Nebraska gets behind their athletes.
Yes, that is great turnout, and with Big Ten being the biggest gymnastics conference, in the country, both men's and women's. That is awesome to see.
So we'll see what the turnout is for the Huskers next week when they're home to host Iowa. Illinois has this home meet after being on the road against Rutgers last week and getting a win there. Illini go back into the travel mode. They'll go to the Twin Cities. Nebraska here on Beam, and Asia Hall gets us going. Took a Beam title home with her 2 meets ago, and the Huskers were in the Lindsey Ferris invite, which they won.
Very nice accuracy there, back handspring layout, step out. Just 2 skills, but really took up the length of the beam. Nice front aerial. Split jump. Ring jump, very beautiful. Very difficult combination as well. Looks like she just has the dismount left. And she's just a bit short, has to hop back, but that was a fantastic lead off for Nebraska from Asia.
And the sophomore does a nice job for the Huskers. For Illinois here at home, they go with their all-arounder, Mia Takakawa. Just had a 9.925 on beam. Tied a career high on bars in the second rotation with a 9.95.
Very nice combination there. Split jump out of that.
Good profile of Mia on fightingillini.com this week. About her commitment to academic success and her desire to compete. Many miles from home, from Sacramento.
Yes, she's far from home, but she's doing very well here at Illinois. Great leadoff routine from Mia for Illinois on floor.
Comes into the final event in the lead for today's all-around with a 29.650, and that's a good position for her to take the crown.
Next up on being for Nebraska, Emma Simpton.
Emma Simpton on beam here for Nebraska. She made her floor career debut a couple of weeks ago, a career high for Emma Simpton on beam at the Lindsey Ferris with a 9.875.
A good triple series there. Back handspring layout, step out. Looks like she was a little over on that full turn, but saved it. Little stumble there on that cartwheel down to the beam. Split jump, sheep jump. Good connection, but she would like to see more extension on the split jump to not get into deductions. Gainer full off the side for her dismount. Solid routine for Emma.
Mia Takakawa over on floor earned a 9.875 for Illinois.
Next up for Illinois on floor, Julia Lance.
For Asia Hall, a 9.85 in the first beam routine for Nebraska. So we'll wait the score for Emma Simpton. While we look to Illinois, Julia Waite. So her only routine today. Had a solid season debut, setting a career high in this event against Missouri back on the 8th. You and I were here for that.
Yes, we were. Heads into her first pass. Double pike. Rudy front layout. Steps right into that choreography.
Waite is a coach's dream in that she's one of those, she came on as a walk-on, as Natalie Walsh told me she had to work for 3.5 years to earn a spot as a starter on floor.
She's doing a great job so far.
That's one of those stories that will fulfill coaches. You know, you love it when you have the talent and the stars, but you also get a lot from just seeing kids grow and improve.
A bit of overpowering there on that double tuck to finish, but overall should be a solid score.
That's Julia Waite in her only routine of the day. And now here is Clara Colombo for Nebraska on beam.
Unique mount there, starting off with sort of a ring jump kick sort of thing. I've never seen that before. She's really showing off her flexibility here. Start on beam.
Clara from Italy, and get this, she is the first gymnast ever from Italy to compete in U.S. NCAA competition. She's now a senior. She broke the Italian barrier, if you will, in 2020.
Great to see her competing college, and she's got a beautiful routine going so far.
Bars is a strong suit for her. She ended up as a 4th place finisher in the individual NCAAs on bars. But last week had a career high on the beam and looking good again.
Yep, looks like she just has her dismount left. Round off. 1.5. Can't see if her feet were moving. But
Judging by the reaction, she liked it.
Yes, for sure. Look, overall, she had a great routine, though. Very beautiful lines. And a few skills we haven't seen before today.
Clara Colombo, a nice job there. Her predecessor on beam, Emma Simpton, with a 9.85. That's also what Asia Hall had for the Huskers. This is Tally Jolson. Also her only appearance today.
A very dynamic double pike to start there. Nice controlled landing. That controlled lunge. Carries over that dynamic power over to her leaps.
Tally from Seattle, Washington. Season best for her is a 9.875.
Another Rudy front lay. Last pass here for Tolly. Double tuck. It was good, right? Looks like she moved her front foot, which would indicate to the judges that it's not a controlled landing, but overall she's got a lot of power on floor and she knows how to use it.
Just a freshman. Well done. 3 routines complete for floor. And now the 4th routine on beam and the last event here. Allie Guard for Nebraska out of Round Rock, Texas. That's a suburb of Austin. Here's an interesting journey for her. She spent the fall semester at Arkansas this year and has transferred. And the first meet she competed in this year was against Arkansas. It's one thing to transfer, it's another thing to then make your debut against your former program.
Yeah, definitely interesting, but it's great to see her out here competing for Nebraska, and so far she's doing well on beam. Nice combination there. A little bit shaky on that aerial. Interesting dismount with switch leap into a pike gainer. Can't quite see if her feet moved or what was going on there, but it was a solid routine from what we could see.
I caught a glimpse of the feet and I thought she stuck it. Ilya Knight for Illinois. Had a season high 9.00 on floor last week against Rutgers. Natalie Walsh notes she's very dependable for the Illini on beam and floor.
Looks like she stumbled a little bit out of that front double to start.
Turned in a 9.8 on the beam. She's from Bristol, England. I met a family from there just a few weeks ago. I was told it's beautiful. Southwestern part of the country.
Looks like she had great height on that double tuck, so it's interesting to see that she landed a bit short there. One more pass for Amelia. Another Rudy front lay, right into that arabesque. And good routine for Amelia.
Junior finishes off her meet there. Illinois has slight advantage right now in the point totals after 3 rotations. Tally Jolson on floor, by the way, for Illinois with a 9.875. Before that, Julia Waite with a 9.85. Up on beam is Emma Spence.
Looks like she's got wolf turns on beam as well. Nice job at doing those. It's really completing the turn.
She can score quite high on beam.
Front aerial, back handspring, back handspring. Typically you see a triple acro series all going in one direction, you know, backwards, 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 but she's got forwards, backwards, backwards, which is interesting to see and much harder to do.
Told you she's a part of the Canadian national team that qualified for the Olympics in 2024. She's got it in her blood. Her great-grandmother was an Olympic sprinter for Canada back in 1932. And she is from Ontario, but like many Canadians, speaks French.
Round off. It goes so far in her dismount, she went off the screen. But it looks like she did well.
fifth competitor in beam, Emma Spence. Sophia McClelland is yet to go for the Huskers. And now Abby Miller, one of the two all-arounders for Illinois, and the final all-arounder here.
Very nice double pike to start for Abby.
Turned in a season high 9-9 last week against Rutgers. She's gone as high as a 9-9-2-5.
Front layout. Rudy. Good deep combination there. Abby is really a fantastic floor performer. So it's great to see her doing well. A double tap to finish. Very nice. Looks like she could have just stuck it, but you know, she can take that controlled lunge out of it, no problem. Awesome job from Abby.
Finishes up the all-around for Abby Miller.
Next up for Nebraska on beam.
Only Mia Towns remains for Illinois, and here's the final competitive routine of the day for Nebraska. It'll be Sophia McClelland on beam. A couple weeks ago, got a beam title at Lindsay Ferris invite. Ooh.
Another set of wolf turns there. A little bit shakier compared to her teammate Emma Spence's. But stays on the beam and manages to get that rotation fully around. Heading into her acro series, back handspring, layout step out, very nice. Straddle to beat jump to double stag. Very unique combination and very well done as well. Looks like she has just the dismount left. Back handspring. Tuck 1.5. Looks like she took a step there, but overall that was a beautiful routine from Sophia. And a great way to finish out Nebraska's competitive routines.
Absolutely. Sophia McClelland, also an all-arounder. Looking at Mia Towns. Going to put a punctuation mark on Illinois' competition today.
Next up for Illinois on floor, Mia Towns.
This is a new routine for her this year. And tied a career high with it just a week ago at Rutgers.
Yes, Mia is a fantastic floor performer, really knows how to sell a routine. And hopefully is going to get this Illini crowd up off their feet to finish the meet. First pass. Short on that front double, you could see that she had to take a few steps back. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like she may have injured herself on that first pass, so we are going to conclude her routine
That is
and wish
unfortunate.
her well.
See, she came out, you may have noticed she came out with her ankle wrapped. I don't know if that's where the issue is here or not. So the Illini will no doubt not be able to count her score, but we'll use the other 5 Abby Miller's was a 9.8, 9.9. That's unfortunate for Mia Towns. Beam for Nebraska. This is exhibition. This is Lauren Amacio.
Oh, looks like she just ran out of space on the beam there during her triple series and just had to fall off.
From Papillion, Nebraska, so she's a Husker native and won a state championship in high school a few years ago.
Nice full turn. Doesn't look like her fall from earlier is affecting her at all, which is good to see. Nice combination there. Round off. 1.5. Had to take a little bit of a step salute out of it, but overall, nice job from coming back from her mistake on that triple series falling off the beam.
One more look for Lauren Amacio.
Yeah, so it looks like she took a step on that dismount. Overall was good routine. Just some things to clean up and obviously trying to make sure she has room for that triple series.
Illinois, Caden Fitzgibbon awaits a chance to do exhibition, while Mia Towns, bad news, good news, she's being carried off, but good news is she's smiling. I don't know that you can see her any other way. Kind of energy she brings.
Yeah, well, we wish the best for Mia and move on with the exhibition here for Caden Fitzgibbon.
This is probably good news too. They're told that the issue for Mia Towns was cramping.
Okay.
So, as opposed to a structural injury of some sort. But unfortunately could not get through her routine.
Yeah, it's unfortunate she wasn't able to finish her routine and show this packed Huff Hall her energy-filled routine, but good to hear that it doesn't seem to be a major injury.
Illinois' score on floor ends up at 49-275.
Great floor score considering they were without their anchor.
We're watching Chenge Boxkai, a native of Hungary. She's been a national champion in Hungary from Budapest. Debuted with the Huskers as a freshman just this month against Arkansas in the season opener.
Dismount. Looks like she was a bit short of that full rotation there, but fought for that landing. Solid exhibition routine from Chenge.
Looking at some scores, Nebraska ends up taking beam by a 1/10 of a point, 49-225 compared to Illinois' 49-125. And Illinois the better on floor. There's Nebraska's beam scores.
Very solid and consistent overall. Just great to see them finish out on a strong note.
Next up for Illinois floor, Katie
Hey, here's Caden Fitzgibbon. Went ahead to Nebraska's last beam there. Now they waited for the floor to clear. Fitzgibbon from New Lenox, Illinois. Here, Lockport. Made her season debut competitively last week.
Nice combination to start. That required two salto combination, connecting two skills.
She vaulted last week against Rutgers, but this year exhibition.
Second pass. Fantastic double pipe. I saw her warm that up a few times and she gets so much height. Great exhibition from Caden.
Sophomore will have that to build on. We're scheduled to also see Aaliyah Byrne. We'll see if we'll still get her. Putting the mats out. So one more exhibition here for you while final tabulations come in for this meet. Right now seeing Illinois at 9/10 advantage. And it should hold up and would put Illinois with back-to-back victories in Big Ten in head-to-head. A few more of the head-to-heads and then the Big Five. And of course, regional play and try to qualify into nationals.
Yes. Things kind of start gearing up after February, so look to see how both teams do as they get used to the endurance required of season and see if they upgrade any routines or dig into their depth as they try to progress.
This meet is being produced by students at the University of Illinois as part of the Big Ten Network Student U program, an on-campus experience that's unique to the Big Ten. Student U, part of an educational mission to teach the next generation of sports production professionals. For more information, visit big10network.com/studentu. Aaliyah Byrne from Frisco, Texas.
Fantastic combination to start. Gets big cheers from her teammate.
She's competed this year in the vaults and on the beam. She's a freshman.
Ring leap looked good there, but she needs to improve that second leap to avoid any deductions. Want to see that full 180 split and get that back leg up. Very nice double pipe. Looks like she stuck it, but opted to go for that controlled lunge, which is allowed and no deductions for that.
Well, Aaliyah Byrne, that'll wrap up the routines of the day. And get your final scores here as Illinois with 196.7 to Nebraska's 195.8. There's no plus like home on Big Ten Plus. In addition to live games, your subscription includes exclusive access to Big Ten Network's library of classic games, award-winning original programming, and specially curated digital channels that highlight your favorite Big Ten school 24/7. Explore all Big Ten Plus has to offer on the app or at big10plus.com. There are the team totals. Illinois with a 9/10 convincing win, and Illinois will sweep the events as well. Mia Towns takes vault, and a 9-9 Mia Takakawa earning a bars victory with a spectacular 9.95. Takakawa also with a very good beam performance at 9.925. And Abby Miller takes the floor at 9.9 for Illinois. The all-arounder is Mia Takakawa. 39.525 for Mia Takakawa.
Great to see Illini getting those 9-9 scores that they really want to see as the season moves on. Those are the scores that they're going to want to see more often if they want to be more competitive nationally, but also in the Big Ten. So I think they're progressing well, and the 196.7 today is their season high. So far, looks like they're headed on the right track and in the right direction.
We thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Again, Illinois defeating Nebraska 196.7 to Nebraska's 195.8. I'm Scott Beatty along with Amanda Wihanko. Thank you to Daryl Miles, our producer and director today. We wish you well and a great rest of your weekend. So long from Champaign, everybody.